Recording.
Awesome. Well,
901.
pound 01. Hang on one second here. My tripod just fell over, so give me a second because I was trying to do a different one, and of course that's par for the course right now. But we're, I'm getting there. So
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Figure it out with one hand. Give me 1 second here. Sometimes doing things with one hand is not the easiest thing in the world. You know what I mean? There we go. I think.
Get your tripod set up.
Well, I keep knocking the fucker over with one hand. It's kind of hard. So give me just a second.
I got you.
That seems to be the problem. Okay, now, let me see here. How do you get back to it? I don't even know how you get back to it. I don't even know. Stupidest thing in the world. There you are. Maybe. How do I get back to it? It's just so fucking stupid, dude. I'm about ready to. Okay, hang on. This is not currently being my friend. Hang on just a minute. Hence the reason why I was trying to do this before, but
Yeah, always get your shot first. Know your shot. I took some time on this. This isn't bad. It's cold, but I like it.
yeah, well, at the moment I can't even get back to the screen, so I know you're there, but I can't find myself on here. Oh, there's close. There we go. Holy shit, that took forever in a day. Okay. I was trying to find my screen picture, but for some odd reason this I don't know what's going on, but oh, here we go. I got it. Here we go. I think extra little screw I did not see. It was screwing me up. All right. Maybe. Okay. As I thought. My thoughts don't work that well anymore, apparently. I am no longer. Okay, let's see here. Tilt you back, you mother humper. It's just fun times with a one-handed tripod. Just not getting me there. It will. It's not making me beautiful. There we go. Well, that's a little more. That's a little better. I was going to pull this little number off right here, I do believe. And just for, if I'm in a shot like right here, it's not bad. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yay, nay. I mean,
No, it's good. The LB hour, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me see here. Okay. Now I'm set up, but how are you doing this morning anyway?
Good.
Yeah.
My washing machine never got it together, so I took it to the dump and got $10. So I got to get a new washing machine today, but I'm confident.
Your washing machine went out?
I never could get that to really work that well, and I just gave up on it today. Took it in, got $11 for it, but I got to get a new washing machine today. But I'm gonna get it used, I think. After this, I'm gonna run over to the used appliance place and just see what kind of deals they got.
Yeah, shoot, that's cool. Why not?
Yeah.
And you can always look on Facebook and see if they have them for sale.
Yeah.
I see them quite often. People upgrade all the time. And with sales going on right now, probably or in spring, I assume. There'll be spring sales. But yeah, I tell you, last night I came home, and not that food is Chinese food, but I came home and I got hungry again. That steak was so freaking good last night.
Oh yeah.
I made eggs and steak 1 o'clock in the morning last night.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, why not? And now I have it ready to go for this morning. If you want to come on by, I'll have steak and eggs. Yeah, because now this is the pound hour, of course, and Brian and I are only 6 feet away, actually.
Start it over and do the thing where you like, let's crack this nut or whatever. This is a pound, just rolling or whatever.
Yeah, sure, sure. And welcome to the pound hour. This is Lonnie, and that is
Brian.
Brian, and we are LB, hell for the pound hour. And this morning is January, I'm not sure, it's still 2021, but it seems like, it's the millennium. It's a new millennium. So it seems like it's gone on forever and ever and ever and ever, But that's because it's
18th today, January 18th.
January 18th. Okay, what year is it? It's 2021.
2021.
Well, and who's our president right now?
What's that?
Who's our president right now?
Well, I'm not sure. I haven't been for a while.
Me either. I'm like, what the fuck? Excuse my language. I won't say bad words on here, but anyway, no, it's interesting times to live in, most certainly. Yeah, no, I just watched the news this morning. A bad idea on my part, but it does. We've got inauguration coming up in a couple of days for the 47th president. 46, huh?
46.
I know it's supposed to be, but I think in particular we lost president in there somewhere. But yeah, 45th will be Joe Biden, hopefully, and
it'll be the 47th person to be president. But
that is what I was thinking of.
46th presidency.
Say that again.
This is the 46th presidency coming up, but the 47th person to
have held that office. And why is that, Mr. Historian?
You may have it backwards. Grover Cleveland did 2 different terms, separated by a term where he wasn't the president. So.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got this cool mug in my hand. I've got to give a shout out to Red Leaf, apparently, because Red Leaf is a local coffee company. They make good coffee.
Well, here's a correction. Joe Biden will be inaugurated as the 46th president, but he'll be the 45th person to ever hold the office because Grover Cleveland held it in 2 separate presidencies. That's correct.
2 separate presidencies. So he was president at one time, and then it was no longer, and then became president again.
Yeah.
Wow.
He won, he lost, and then he won. Only one to ever do it.
Wow. Just like right now, these things are unprecedented that we're dealing with. We're becoming unprecedented. Anyway, I like that. I like the term unprecedented when it's a president that's being unprecedented. Sad, but it's America at the moment. Anyways, so I had some questions for you, but I wasn't going to get into them quite yet. I was going to talk about that steak I made last night, or you made last night, or we made last night, whatever. And then I made it this morning again. It was so flipping good. I just, with the eggs and the peppers and everything, the garlic. Oh my gosh. I can't get out of eating that thing, man. What's your favorite food, by the way?
Well, I like pizza and I like steak. I did want to say that we got the steak at the grocery outlet and it was great. They have great deals there, and it was a great steak. It was a thinner steak, but very excellent.
Yeah, that's true. It was a thinner steak, and it was very good. And that grocery outlet, yeah, that's bargain market. Every time I hear the word grocery outlet, I have to say that part. Bargain market. What were they called beforehand? They used to be something else.
I can't remember what they were called before. They might have been Canned Food Warehouse.
Canned Food Warehouse, yeah. And they are not, yeah, that's kind of funny because I'll tell you what, they have the best deals around for, besides meat and stuff. If you're going to eat it that day, they've got some really good foods. But wine and cheeses, of course, is like the #1 seller, I think, there.
Well, great people working there too, and the owners are awesome. And the owners do a tribute to the veterans around here that are coming and going. And if they're heading off, they put it on their billboard there. The bigger board. It's great stuff.
When they come back to town from being serving overseas, yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty darn cool.
Off and he welcomes them back, and it's just really neat for the community. They're a really good local business.
Okay, are you ready for some questions?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not exactly. You talk for just a minute here because most of my questions are on my phone, unfortunately. So give me 1 second here as I turn it off. You find something to talk about. Tell me the time that you went your last season.
I got something. I want to talk about something coming up. This Saturday will be Small Business Saturday. So
Most
get
definitely.
on downtown. I know it's in Longview. It might be in Kelso too, but that's Small Business Saturday. Frequent your local business. Shop small, I guess. Shop small is the slogan. But it's a good week to get out there and restock. People are running out of supplies, so now's the time to get on down to Commerce Avenue in Longview this Saturday for Small Business Saturday, or any day beforehand. So we're trying to
But it is next Saturday.
rebuild. We're trying to rebuild the local economy.
Yeah, and I'm assuming we're gonna do pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. I have hopes for Kelso, Longview, Castle Rock, Kalama. The smaller towns have done really well too by carving their own niche of what they are as a community. It's pretty good. A lot to be excited about.
Okay.
Lots.
Okay, give me 1 second here. I
Got to adjust the
Okay.
hat.
So,
There you go. There you go.
there you go. There I am.
This
Okay,
was
these
voted
ones-
best coat in the county. Best,
There you go.
Yeah.
You and the guy from Flight. What was that show? See, that's the thing. My memory's not quite there all the way, but
Hogan's Heroes coat.
Hogan's Heroes coat, most definitely. That's a great coat. Yeah, I was thinking of the Flight guy from the movie Wings.
Oh, yeah.
TV show Wings.
Black Sheep Squadron. The
Yeah,
Black
but-
Sheep Squadron.
Black sheep squad. Looks like a white sheep to me.
Robert Conrad. Remember, he was the little guy, but he was Wild Wild West. But that was a great show.
Oh, Wild Wild West was great. Yeah, no, he's a tough kid for a
Yeah.
young guy. Knocked the battery off my shoulder. I think.
He was Pappy in Black Sheep Squadron. It might have been called Baba Black Sheep, but I think it was Black. They changed it to Black Sheep Squadron. But that was good. He had a good run.
You're aging yourself right now, by the way.
Oh,
That's okay. That's okay, because life is wonderful, and however long we're here for, more power to us. Speaking of life, let's go back into this. I want to ask you a question here. Who was your first kiss besides your sister and mom, if you remember?
I believe in 6th grade, it was Donna Bright, a real lip kiss. 6th grade, out in Ostrander. Went out with some wild friends. I had a friend that was from the wild side, and I went and hung
In
out.
the 6th grade, you're getting pretty wild there, huh?
Oh, we did stuff. We ran around and we at night, and it was wild. But he was the coolest guy in our class. 6th grade, he was the coolest guy, and he knew.
It was a boy. Oh.
No. This guy Randy Patterson I went and hung out with him for the weekend. He goes, "We're gonna go kiss girls," and I was scared, but he was the cool guy, so I went.
He said, "Well, you're gonna kiss girls." There you go. That is the cool
He
guy.
told me that.
Absolutely.
He called me on the old rotary phone and said, "Come on over and spend the night. We're gonna go kissing girls."
There you go.
In a barn. It was in a barn.
There you go. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, that's nice memory. I honestly don't remember because I still haven't been kissed by a pretty girl yet, and I'm waiting for that day. I think it's been a year now since my lips haven't moved yet. Actually, that's not quite true, but might as well be. You might as well be. It's like, I don't know. This pandemic has, shut a lot of things down for everybody, I think. So, hopefully I'm not the only one out there going, "Hello, am I still alive? Hello."
Before we get moving ahead here, I do want to give a shout out to Randy Patterson. He was the coolest guy at 6th grade. I don't know where he is. I think he's somewhere in the area, but that's just cool. Great memories. Who was your first cool friend that you hung out with?
I'll give a shout out to Randy Patterson because I appreciate you getting him kissed the first time, because right now, otherwise you'd be kissing me. So I appreciate that very much, Randy. But
he hooked me up with a gal. He had his gal. It was good.
I do not recall my first kiss, but my first friend, I'll tell you what.
Cool friend. We had you looked up to him like a cool friend.
My cool friend may have been Lance Klecker, because Lance was, it's hard for me to determine who my first friends were because
Yeah.
my mom kind of had me set up with friends before I was born. It was like, you know, my mother worked all the time, and she watched other people's kids, and in turn, while she went to school and worked, they'd watch me. You know what I mean? So Lance Klecker was his mom was I shouldn't say last names, but Lance was my first friends, as well as Angelica Norris, and well, was it? We'll just say Angelica. We have Angelica and Lance, and they were both Lance or Angelica. I think I got married to her probably around the age of 5 or 6.
Wow.
I'm not quite certain, but there is a. We were both. I was the. I was the ring bearer, and for her mom's wedding, and her mom was beautiful and still is. I would assume Angelica is beautiful now. She's older and she just got married about a year ago, so that's really cool. But Angelica and Lance, they're my first ones, and then my first best friend. I mean, they were all my best friends, but the first chum, you know what I mean? He lived across the street from me. His name was Johnny Leidick, and I can say that full name because he's no longer with us. He was with the age of about 3 till about 7 or 8. I think 7. Yeah. He got killed on the way home from school, got ran over.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I don't mean to drag, but at the time, we would walk to school, kindergarten, just, first grade, whatever. We'd walk to school about a mile away, and there was traffic stuff, but we were smart enough to kind of maneuver that, apparently, and, walk with other kids and make sure nobody got hurt. And then finally one day, I got stuck after school for about 15 minutes late, or about half an hour late, actually. I don't know why I got in trouble, but I got in trouble, and he walked home with another kid from our neighborhood, and they were, I don't know, possibly playing somehow in cars or something. I don't know what the hell happened. Honestly, I wasn't there, but it was a truck that hit him and dragged him about a couple hundred yards.
Dude.
And when I came home, on the way home, when I'm walking home, I see there was cops and so forth all down the road, and there was what appears to be, now I see it, it was probably brains, or not brains, but it was bodily fluid, dragged all the way down that fucking, excuse my language, sorry, it's painful, but that was he's my best friend, and he got killed, and he and they wouldn't tell me what happened there for a while because I was very they wouldn't let me go. My mom wouldn't let me go to the funeral, actually, because I was they said I was too young just to understand, So I went to the funeral. I didn't go to the funeral, but right after the funeral, his dad came over about, I don't know, a couple of days later. He lived directly across the street from me, like cross street and one over. So like, and we talk all night long on before we go to bed, we talk on our walkie-talkies. Don't let your parents know. Don't let your parents catch you talking on your CB. Your walkie-talkie. Those are the coolest things in the world. But anyways, no, his dad came over about a week later. It was his birthday, or a couple weeks later, his birthday, and he got him this huge erector set for his birthday, and he gave it to me. And he was like, I want you to have this. Johnny would have asked, wanted you to have this. So, it was the coolest. I played that erector set every day for probably, I don't know how many years, I wish I could get a new one, actually. Erector sets are pretty darn cool. But, yeah. So that was Johnny Leidick. He had a wonderful little sister, our older sister named Amy. And our neighborhood was great. We had so many kids in our neighborhood. And we played until, not at that point, but it wasn't until about 3rd grade when I started playing until midnight, on the weekends and 2 o'clock in the morning. We didn't matter because we were all in the neighborhood, It was the parents would yell at you at 10 o'clock, just the lights are going down, come on home, type stuff. And that was no problem at all. It was a great neighborhood.
What would you say is your best childhood memory? Your fondest childhood memory?
My fondest childhood memory. I would say my Aunt Phyllis. My Aunt Phyllis was like a second mom to me, and because of her, I got. She was actually my great aunt, which is odd, but she's my great aunt on my father's side, and but she was like a second mom to me, and I would go home quite often, and I'd go right to her house. I'd come over to her house when there was nobody at my house, and but I got two other cousins that are like brothers to me now, so that was pretty cool. Mark and Mike, and their families are wonderful. But yeah, we were all very, very close back in the day. And my Uncle Jack, and he was quite the character, He had the handlebar mustache,
Yeah.
and very stern a little bit, and he was very uptight, But he was like he was kind of like the mill worker type. But he was a security guard for after he got injured. He retired, and then became a security guard for years for Weyerhaeuser. It's just he was a good guy. They're all good people. I mean, wonderful people. My Aunt Phyllis, there was not. If you were a child, you could not do wrong. Honestly, I mean, she was the epitome of doting grandmother or doting mother type of thing. She was right there for me all the time. I'm telling you right now, I'm growing up from first grade to I'll say kindergarten, first grade to my seventh grade in middle school. My Aunt Phyllis packed my lunch.
Wow.
So she lived about a mile away from my house, but she would pack my lunch, and either I would come over in the morning and pick it up off the door, or or they bring it to me. But it was funny. And then I would go to school. I would go to school, and I would have because of the chubby kid apparently. But I ended up having, I'd have 2 peanut butter heart-shaped sandwiches every day.
Wow.
And she cut them to a heart shape, just because she loved me, and I didn't eat really well at the time, but
Yeah.
it's not affecting me now.
Well, if everybody had an Aunt Phyllis, the world would be much better. So.
Absolutely.
You were asking questions, so you can go ahead and ask a couple more if you want.
Well,
got a
no,
little time
that's
left.
okay. Oh yeah, I can do that. Well, my question for you, odd question, is I was thinking about this. What are your favorite lyrics? So out of a song, out of a common song, what are some of your favorite lyrics in a song?
Well, lately it's believe it or not, Pat Benatar, "We Belong,"
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of them throughout that one. I kind of go through different songs where one's my favorite, and then later another one. But it's like we belong to the night, we belong to the thunder, we belong to the sound of the words we're both falling under. So that's good. I like that.
Yeah, say it one more time.
Well, okay. We belong to the light, we belong to the thunder. We belong to the sound of the words we've both fallen under. There's more. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong together. So it's kind of a cool first verse. It's a really cool love song. And
did she write, do you know?
Such a good singer.
Did she write that, by the way? Do you know?
I don't know. I know her husband plays that opening guitar part, which is key. It sounds like harps.
Yeah. My song.
Very corny moment here. That was very corny, but it's a good song.
No, it's not corny at all. It's true. I think I have a light in the background here.
I did stumble over one word, so I'd like to apologize to the karaoke.
No, it's okay. No, because I don't remember the words I already say right myself right now. My favorite words, written words, I mean, on a song, or the lyrics would be Johnny Cash. For some odd reason, he had some pretty, he has some pretty amazing words, and it was, it's, well, that's the bad part. My brain is just drinking my coffee right now, but it was and Sunday morning coming down.
Okay.
Not Sunday morning. Shoot. Fried chicken. It's the oh shit. How's it go? Bum, 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 bum. The smell of it's like fried chicken smell of Sunday actually, and I thought it was so perfect. And now I can't fucking think about it. Okay, we're gonna pause this for some minute. I don't want to pause it, but I do want to. I don't want to
Go to
record
the
this for a
gallery
second.
view.
Hang on one second. I'm going to.
We're on the gallery view right now.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Well, let me see here. I need to.
This is speaker view of you. Little technical lesson here. I'm going back to gallery view. So what are we working on there? What do you got going?
I'm gonna find you your thing here real quick. Well, I need to talk to you just for a second. I'm trying to find mine. My Johnny Cash lyrics that I love so much. They are not on my brain at the moment, so I'm going to find these for you. I mean, I adore them, but I can't get my phone at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe I can. Okay, give me 1 second here.
It's Monday, January 18th. It's our first regular Zoom, 9 a.m. Zoom. We'll try to do one every day. We'll get better every day. That's the way we
right.
work. Doing a little technical thing there. We got about 5 more minutes to go after you come back. We'll have a nice 5-minute close or whatever you want to the show.
Oh yeah.
Including the
Close.
the Rochambeau finale. There it is. There.
Okay, well, not yet. I've got some other songs here. I got some other stuff here for you. Okay, it's the other. We'll get back to that one. Ask me that one next time. I'll let you know because I know I want to hear them. I want to say them correctly.
What do you got? Well, I'll edit this.
But
possibly.
Yeah, if you can. It depends. Real quick. Anyway, so if you could you gave me this question the other day, so I'm gonna give it to you. If you could have anyone show up at your party, you could invite one person, living or dead, who would it be and why?
Well, I think I'd probably have my sister Kari, my late sister Kari. I'd like to see her and have a nice party with her. See what she thinks about everything that's happened in the last years. She has a unique perspective. So, yeah, it'd be fun. I'd miss her every day, so that'd be good. That would be.
Oh, that's great. How old was she?
She was 3 years younger than me, so she passed away. She was about 50, 51. It was 7 years ago, I believe, a little over 7.
I remember her passing. Yeah, it was tough for you. She was up in Tacoma or something, I think.
Yeah, she was from Tacoma. Spent some time here, so that'd be fun. That's a good question. What else you got?
Oh, what do you consider, Brian Callahan, what do you consider the worst smell?
It's an old smell, and it's not as bad anymore, but it's when you're driving in Longview and the mill smell used to overtake the whole town, and it would drive you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not as bad now.
No, it's not usually.
When it kicks in at that level, that's really bad.
Yeah, if it's stinking now, it costs them money, from what I hear. I'm not quite sure, but also the thing is, let's see here.
You could use it as an excuse if you did happen to fart in a car. You could claim it was the mill if you were quiet about it. That was an old.
And what did you say? What was the term? Do you remember what you said?
No.
Ooh, PU. The fiber's on strike. It must be you.
You just act like it was the mill, and then somebody would suspect somebody. If you were silent, you might get away with it. Luckily, that doesn't happen much anymore.
Just so I don't lose this thought in my brain, because it comes and goes to this. Sunday Morning Coming Down is my favorite written song, and as far as not my favorite song, but favorite lyrics, because it's so. Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head up. That didn't hurt, and the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad. so I had one more for dessert. And then I fumbled through my closet, through my clothes, and found my cleanest dirty shirt. He says, he's just perfect, man.
Yeah, you know, Chris Christopherson.
Then I
wrote
washed
that.
my face and combed my hair and stumbled down the stairs to meet the day. And I smoked my mind the night before with cigarettes and songs that I'd been picking. But I lit my first and watched a small kid playing with a can that he was kicking, right? And then I walked on down the street and caught the Sunday smell of someone frying chicken. That right there, the Sunday smell of someone frying chicken.
That's
that
good.
to me is poetry right there. The Sunday smell of someone frying chicken. And then
But you got to remember, it's the great Chris Christopherson that wrote
it was. Oh yes, I know. Yeah, he wrote that. And there's just so much to that song. It was Chris Christopherson. Got to give out to him. But Johnny Cash, to me, made that song come alive. You know,
he made an incredible effort to get it to Johnny Cash. He had the tape, and he worked at a recording studio.
Tell me that story again.
Yeah. He worked in a recording studio, and the main guy there wouldn't give it to Johnny Cash to listen to. So Chris Christopherson rented a helicopter, because he flew helicopters in the service, and he flew into Johnny Cash's backyard. Now Johnny wasn't there apparently, but when Johnny heard what happened, he listened to it, and then it became a #1 hit.
Just a helicopter landed in his backyard, huh?
Yeah, they said the helicopter landed, and a guy came out and handed us this tape, and so Johnny finally listened to it, and it became a big hit for Johnny. That was big.
Well, that is Studley. I don't care who you are. You fly a helicopter into somebody's house and say, "Hey, I want you to play the song for me." Or you know that somebody landed a helicopter in my backyard and said, "I want to marry you." I'd be like, "Okay." I mean, that's pretty cool, you know.
Well, when somebody says they want something, say, "How bad do you want it? Do you want it Chris Christopherson bad?"
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
That's cool. That was very cool.
He knew Johnny had to hear it, and it would be something he liked. So that's awesome. And then of course they're both outlaws now, or whatever, or highwaymen, or
Highwaymen, which is a great little group there too. Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, Johnny Cash, and
Waylon
Jennings. Yep, there we go.
Yeah,
Waylon Jennings is
it's a good group.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't have any actual things written down at this point on, but
there is a note about Waylon. I got a note about Waylon. Waylon turned down his spot in the little plane and gave it to like the Big Bopper, or one of those guys.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
or Johnny,
Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly, Johnny.
Yeah.
Not
Waylon would have been on the plane, but he let another guy have it.
Who all was on that plane? I don't remember. That was the day that
Big Bopper, Richie Valens.
Richie Valens. That's what I was thinking of. Richie Valens. Yeah. Bamba. Yeah. No,
could have been Waylon. Luckily.
Yeah. Yep. He gave up his seat. That was the movie.
La Bamba.
La Bamba. Yeah, the movie La Bamba that shows him actually he doesn't win the seat. He doesn't take the seat, and so he loses out. Dang it. You know. Wow.
Well, Waylon tells the story and says he told another guy he could have the seat. Said, I'll get back there. You can take it if you're in a hurry or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good music from Waylon after that.
Yeah. And then also, I was thinking here, in The Boy Named Sue. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Cash. We're talking about country music. Do you remember Johnny Cash there? That Boy Named Sue. The line in there where he says, "The mud and the blood and the
Yeah.
Says, that's an awesome lyric right there. The whole little.
Yeah. And kick like a mule and bit like a crocodile. That's a good one.
Well, I don't hear any music nowadays, but they have great lyrics. Mary, my daughter, she made a comment the other day. She goes, she misses guitars and actually music in the background, like of most songs nowadays. You don't hear instrumentals at all. They don't go off on little like Led Zeppelin or any. She didn't realize it was just rock and roll. I'm like going, no, that's kind of their thing. They do a little more extra,
Yeah.
Not all synthesized BS,
He wants
like,
to go old school bands, guitar player, bass, drums, singer. Sometimes two guitar players, depending. I don't even mind a keyboard in a rock band once in a while. The Doors did it well with a keyboard.
yeah,
No bass.
yeah, the Doors. You know what? I should introduce her to the Doors. However, I don't want her smoking crack.
It's
Heroin.
about a lot of stuff. It's not just about,
No, I know. But I think that, she's I don't know. I'm just kidding about that. I mean, you don't get into drugs because you listen to the Doors, but it's such a psychedelic time,
If he was in his prime today, do you think Jim Morrison would be a YouTube sensation?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I think he was. We're all destined to be who we are, where we're at. I mean, in particular.
But if he
Jim
came to
Morrison,
this generation and he was young, just starting out.
Oh, maybe. Jim Morrison, to me, he was such a fascinating individual. He would probably be a mountain man right now because, and I don't mean just because of his burly beard that he grew, but in the fact that he, because like back in the day, he used to go out in the desert and he'd go find himself out there, Well, nowadays there's so much going on. It's just, you have to get out of the city. You have to do certain things. I think he either would have been dead at the age of 17, now, or
he was born in the right time for him. He was
he was.
60s,
yeah, it was
perfect late 60s.
Anyway, but back to that song, "The Mud and the Blood and the Beer" is just like, that's just a great lyric there. Mud and blood and the beer. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I love the Doors. I used to listen to the Doors all through high school. But then again, you know what? I don't tell my teachers because I don't want to get expelled. But I smoked pot in high school.
Oh man.
Yeah, but you know what? I quit as soon as the class of '89. If you're listening here by any chance, any of these '89ers will tell you they taught me how to party. Hence the the shirt there. But no, so I partied pretty hard with the class of '89, and they are 2 years ahead of me, 3 years ahead of me. Yeah, nope, 2 years ahead of me.
Yeah,
'89. I was '91, so '89. Yeah. So but yeah, we partied with them, and when they left, I was kind of like, geesh, now I can actually do my homework or anything like that, because I did really piss poor my first few years in high school, most definitely, and my senior year I ended up turning the leaf and basically having it all done in 1 year, which is pretty amazing. My whole senior year was I had to go to college the whole year. I had to go to high school, and every class was mandatory. Because the thing about me in particular, they tell me I can't do it. And my whole life, they said, you can't do this. And I say, in my head, it literally pops up as, watch me dance. I can't do it, watch me dance. Because you're not going to hold me back from anything, you know what I mean? I'm going to accomplish it, and that's the thing we're doing right now. Even this little stupid little, it's not stupid at all. I mean, it's a little show that we are having difficulties, putting together sometimes, but we're going to do it. I mean, I'm not going to, I have no doubt in my mind, this is what we're going to do. And if we want to be successful, then that's something we can do. It's just if we want to do it,
it's got to be like we're doing consistency now. We're going to do one every morning. And even with the mistakes we make, I think that's good actually, because people that see it, no matter how crude your show is or you or whatever, just do it, learn it, and mistakes are part of it. And then you get better each time. It's just it's a process. And we're down to the last minute now, so.
We are? Does it tell us that?
No, I've got somewhere to go. Plus, got to use the restroom and got so much else. We're at about 35 minutes. So.
Okay, so we're gonna end our show. Then I'll tell you what, though, the way we end our show, if everybody's first time ever watching, we end it with the Rochambeau, because I'm gonna win. I'm going to win every day. He's never gonna win, but we're gonna pound it out. Ready?
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I knew you were going to do
You
scissors.
did get me.
I knew it.
Scissors guts ruined. There you go.
I knew you were going to do scissors. I had it figured out last night.
Oh, that's because there's a delay. I shot mine, and then you're like, oh, you change it real quick.
Last time we both did scissors, and then we did scissors, and you did paper. So I thought you're going to do scissors this time.
Well, you know, it's funny. When I was a kid, I often go 1, 2, 3. And that people are like, what's that? Like, it's dynamite. Dynamite.
Yeah,
so apparently there's no such thing as dynamite, but that's
it
how
overrides everything.
Is it 1, 2, 3, go, or is it 1, 2, 3?
1, 2, 3, boom. We did it.
No, I went 1, 2, 3.
So did I. So as long as you both do the same thing, but you should call it in advance. So.
Well, it's Rochambeau.
Okay,
Boom.
well, we did it right then.
Okay, yep, okay, absolutely. Okay, well, so scratch it down, write it down. Brian wins 1.
2 for 2.
Well, we're actually just recording it this time, so it's
I know, but
1.
last time I won last time, and it's on tape.
You know what? That's doesn't nobody knows that. I don't think so.
Recorded.
Actually, I won 4 times the moment before that. It was
It's on YouTube under private right now, so we'll go back to our archives. All right, I'm out of here, and I'll
Peace,
get
bud.
immediately.
What are you gonna do?
I'll
You
get
gonna go over
over.
that place?
Yeah, but I'll get this recording and everything, and then I'll text you in about 2 minutes.
Okay, do that if you want. Yeah, okay.